Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24, where today we travel to Jerry's World at AT&T Stadium to face the 6-2 Dallas Cowboys, who actually lead our NFC East division. Now, we're also coming off of a win last week. We beat the Arizona Cardinals, who snapped our 5-game losing streak, and the Cowboys are coming off of a dominating performance against the Tennessee Titans. But could this be a potential trap game for the Dallas Cowboys? They now lead the division. They're riding high. And we're going to try to steal a little bit of their mo today because we're also coming off a victory. We're feeling pretty good about ourselves. And obviously the Cowboys are not a team to slouch against. They are been one of the best teams in football throughout the course of the series, but we have beat them in the past. And we could do that today, so it's going to be a tough matchup. Both teams on a hot streak, both defenses specifically playing at the top of their game. But another guy playing at the top of their game is quarterback Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. He got named NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week in the win against the Titans. So we're going to try to slow him down, not allow him to pass as much as he did in that game. And we'll see if we can pick up a victory and try to keep him underneath 250 yards passing as we get a little bit of a bump to our secondary. Hope you guys are ready for this one. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. A little bit of a side news, speaking of football, obviously EA Sports College Football 25 coming out next month. I've officially narrowed down my dynasty choices to 2 teams, and I'm excited to try to narrow it down to 1 and bring that to you guys. But we're here in year number 4, week number 9 in the NFL, Madden NFL 24 franchise with the Washington Commanders, and we'll see the offense first led by Michael Penix Jr., who obviously the numbers will not wow you, but he's played a lot better the past 2 weeks. Won last week, should have won 2 weeks ago against the Titans if it weren't for a missed field goal. And we'll see how they do today as we'll start off on the ground with Devin Singletary coming off of 70 yards last week and a touchdown as our superstar halfback really starting to find his form again. 2nd and 8, we go to him again. There's a big hole up the middle, and that's going to pick up a first down. Remember, new right guard Christian Franklin at that spot, acquired last week at the deadline in the Cameron Curl trade. He helped create that gap as well as this one. 9 for Singletary, and it seems like it's working out. 2nd and 1, how about RPO? Johnny Wilson gets the first down off of the first pass attempt of the day. Out to the 48. Go play fake here as Washington. It's a shovel pass for Singletary as he outruns Leighton Vander Esch to the edge and picks up 6 before stepping out of bounds. He stays in the game here. 2nd and 4, another RPO, and it's going to be read to perfection. Dockery can't hold on through the hit, which means the big 3rd and 4 for Washington. Penix drops back to throw, fires left side, and this one's off the mark, incomplete. Commanders will punt the football, which means it'll take us to the Dallas Cowboys' first drive of the day. And here comes their offense, of course, led by number 4 X-Factor quarterback Dak Prescott, 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for him as he leads this team in the division. As they'll start off with their own 19-yard with the handoff to Tony Pollard as he's going to go backwards. Nice run defense there by Alex Anzalone. 2nd and 11 now, quick pass right side is caught. That is the former Bengal Tyler Boyd who's been added to this offense. 3rd and 6 quickly, though, for the Cowboys as Prescott back to throw as he tries to escape the pocket and just dumps it to the sideline, and the defense forces a 3 and out, continues their hot play. They'll bring it back to the Washington offense at their own 45-yard line here, and Singletary goes to the ground there. Interesting play. Quickly 3rd and 13 as Penix steps in the pocket and he delivers a beautiful pass to Ricky Dockery. Took the hit, delivered a dime. Great play there by Penix Jr. We've been seeing a little bit more of that the past couple of weeks. As here on 1st and 10, he checks it down to Gibson for 6. 2nd and 4 now. RPO again for Wilson. Gets some blocks, and he's going to be marked a yard shy. So a big 3rd and 1 here. Singletary is in the game. They're going to trust him with it, and he's going to get it. Picks up the first down. Keeps the drive alive. 6 for 34 already for number 27. 1st and 10 pass here for Penix. He feels some pressure, throws off his back foot, and he gets intercepted. Picked off by Stephen Donald, the 2nd-round rookie out of Duke, with his first career interception. And that's what we haven't seen Penix do recently, is throw those bad off-balance passes. He does there, tries to do too much, and it leads to his 18th INT of the season. And no points for Washington. Is now Dallas with the football. 3rd and 10 quickly. Prescott up the seam, and he finds CeeDee Lamb, the superstar wideout, with a 20. And he keeps the drive alive, and Chase Young actually hurt on the play. He will come out of the game. He had a big week last week, got named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Is here on 1st and 10. Here's Boyd again, gets it inside the 10-yard line. Goal to go here for the Cowboys, trying to score off of the turnover. As on 1st and goal, that one's batted away. Nice play there by Jatavius Martin. Try it again, offset eye, 2nd and goal. Prescott the throw, and this time he finds his tight end, Jake Ferguson, with the touchdown. That gives the Cowboys to strike first. And we'll go to the end of the first quarter, where the Dallas Cowboys lead 7-0. But Washington back with the football. They're in at the red zone. 2nd and 2 from the 12. Handoff Singletary, and he's not going to get anything. Leighton Vander Esch there to bring the tackle. Makes it a big 3rd and 2. Bunch to the right. Penix to throw for it. Throws left side. He has Singletary, who picks up the 1st down. And makes it goal to go from the 8. Washington, though, has struggled inside goal to go territory to punch it in the end zone. They're going to start with a bootleg here. 1st and goal. And Penix is going to take the hit and pick up about 2. Now at the 6, Gibson checks in, gets the handoff left side, spins off a tackle, and he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders, as they tie it up at 7 apiece. Nice run there by Gibson to fight and get the touchdown. Now back to square one is on 1st and 10. A beautiful pass up the seam. There's Jake Ferguson again, who's had a lot of success against us here in this series. Looking to continue it today. 1st and 10. Pollard gets a great hole up the middle, and the 2024 NFL Offensive Player of the Year puts the Cowboys deep into our territory. Now at the 24, Prescott to throw, looks right side, and he's got a man. It's caught. That's Torrey Horton who gets away from Snead. And just like that, the Cowboys are at the 1-yard line. They go goal line set. Tony Pollard, he gets stopped. Nice hit there, knocks him down. They'll try it again. Same formation. Handoff Pollard again, and this time a lot easier. He finds the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. They regain the lead 14-7. Next drive here for the Commanders, wearing their all black looks today, as McLaurin gets a touch pass, and he gets hurt on the play. That is a big loss for the offense if he's not okay. This is already 3rd and 10, and Penix delivers a great anticipation throw to Sean Long, the 2nd-year man from UTSA, moves the chains. Great play to anticipate him getting away from Vander Esch, and it keeps the drive alive. 5-yard carry there for Singletary. He gets it again. Next play, and again he just dives forward off the RPO. Not sure if the turf monster's in effect. But nonetheless, it's 3rd and 5. Cowboys show pressure. They back out of it. Penix tries to step up and scramble for it, and he's going to run into the tackle leader from a season ago, Leighton Vander Esch, who stops him a yard shy. Commanders will try a 56-yard field goal from Cameron Little, and it'll go through the uprights. Hasn't been the best year for Little, but he knocks it through there, makes it 14-10. As now the Cowboys back on offense, pick up 5 on their first play. Inside 6 to go. Prescott takes the snap here, 2nd and 5, and he rolls right into the arms of Samson Ebukam. His first sack as a Commander, signed last week thanks to the injuries to Epinesa and Sweat. And, well, he makes it 3rd and 15, and it's incomplete. But there's a flag down on the play. It's going to be roughing the passer against Jonathan Allen. A big flag. That would have gotten the Commanders' defense off the field. Instead, the drive stays alive. The Cowboys get a second lease on life as Deron Payne is just going to take matters into his own hand. 3-yard TFL now makes it 3rd and 7. And there's a quick pass right side. It's caught. No, it's not. Horton grabs it, doesn't get the second foot down. Cowboys don't challenge. We won't argue with that as we get the football back here at the 2-minute warning at the 40 of Dallas. Trying to put some points on the board. 1st and 10, wide open, Singletary, and Penix misses him. James Houston, the 4th, hurt on the play. 2nd and 10 now. Penix, quick to pass, fires, has Eric Ali, who picks up 6 on the stick concept. And now a big 3rd and 4. Commanders drain the clock. They don't want to give it back to Dallas if they have to with a lot of time. Penix throws it short for Docker, and he's going to turn up and pick up a 1st down. McLaurin also back on the field. Glad to see him healthy. Now inside a minute, Penix out of the backfield finds Singletary. He gets out of bounds after a pickup of 6. 48 seconds left to go. Gibson checks in. They're going to try to set up a screen for him here. He's got it. As he spins back to the field, that doesn't stop the clock, and the Commanders will have to use their first timeout. Play fake here, 1st and 10. Penix rolls out of the pocket. He can't get rid of it. He's sandwiched Sacked down by Mozzie Smith and company. Clock rolls. Commanders use their second timeout. Now 2nd and 21. Short pass. Here's McLaurin getting back on the score sheet. He makes it 3rd and 13. Commanders let the clock run inside 10 seconds. Penix outside the pocket. Scans the field. Throws it to the end zone where he's intercepted again. Great pick there by the former Viking Darnell Savage. Commanders come up empty. Penix tried to do a little too much there. And it's 14-10 going to the half. But a close game here in AT&T Stadium. Still anybody's matchup here in week number 9. We'll go around the league here with our halftime reports as we're in the thick of things. We'll start off in Cleveland with the Browns playing host to the Panthers. And the Panthers currently up 14-0. Miles Sanders with a rushing touchdown. Well, Watson has got off to a really slow start in the first half. How about to Buffalo in an AFC East matchup where the Bills are beating the Patriots 14-3. Hasn't been the best start for the Jalen Hurts era in Foxborough as he's trailing again to Buffalo where Josh Allen has 2 first half touchdowns. Finally in Tampa Bay, NFC South rivals the Buccaneers, the Super Bowl runner-up from a year ago. They lead the Falcons 10-7, trying to get back to 500. Back to our game here. The Cowboys start for the football, but it's still a close game. Commanders only down by 4. As the first play to begin the second half is a deep pass up the middle. Jake Ferguson catches it for a gain of 34 off the rip. Cowboys come out with big shot now into Commanders territory. They hand it off to Tony Pollard, who gets a nice hole right side as the former Offensive Player of the Year picks up a first down. New set of downs, empty set here. Prescott quick pass left side, and he can't connect with Tyler Boyd. Pass a little behind him. 2nd and 10. This time Pollard joins him in the pocket. As Prescott looks to his left, fires that way. He connects with Tyler Boyd this time. Picks up 5, and now a pivotal 3rd and 5. They come out the offset eye. They're going to throw out of it. Quick drop right side, and it's caught. Torrey Horton gets beats Snead again, as L'Jarius Sneed has had a hard time with the wide out. As the next play is a pass across the middle and is caught for a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with a 14-yard catch. And the Cowboys come out firing, improve the lead 21-10. And now AT&T Stadium is rocking as Commanders get their first drive of the second half. Starts with a 6-yard connection to Singletary. And then an RPO to Eric Ali, who gets a lot of space on the left side, and he picks up 14. Now the Commanders, too, are about midfield. Close formation here, 1st and 10. Handoff Singletary up the middle. Nice hole. He picks up 4. He's had a very good first half. Need a little bit more here in the second. 2nd and 6. Penix in the pocket. Steps up, looks to run, but he's going to get sacked. Micah Parsons, for the first time today, brings down the quarterback. Now 3rd and 9. Penix back to throw. Dumps it off for Gibson. He's not going to get close to the marker. And the Commanders will punt. The Cowboys with all the momentum now. Prescott in the zone as well. As 1st and 10, quick pass. Ferguson gets 2 more. 2nd and 8. Commanders show pressure. They back out of it. Prescott looking across the middle, and he gets intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquil, who sits in the Tampa 2, the Leslie Frazier special. And he puts the Commanders at the 24 of Dallas. Short field, you got to take advantage. Empty here, 1st and 10. Penix steps up in the pocket, has some space to run, slides down, picks up 8 with his legs. 2nd and 2 now. Handoff Singletary left side. Gets some blocks. He's going to find the crease, and he's going to pick up 10. Goal to go now for the Commanders, but can they just punch it in the end zone? This is where they've struggled. They're going to try Gibson. 1st and goal, and Leighton Vander Esch is there. He maybe gets 1. Singletary now checks back in. 3 tight ends up the middle. Not going to get there. Mozzie Smith brings him down. Now you got 3rd and goal from the 2. What do? You hand it off to Singletary, and he doesn't get there. Stopped at the 1. It's 4th and goal. And the Commanders are going to take the field goal. I think you go for it here. Instead, Bieniemy just kicks the chip shot. Yes, it's a 1-score game, but man, you were right there. Had a chance to take all the momentum. 21-13 now your score as the Cowboys back with the football. Snead stops Pollard after a gain of 2. Now 2nd and 8. Prescott across the middle. Deep, and he's got Horton, who beats Snead again. They can't bring him down, and Horton gets away. 73-yard touchdown, and the Cowboys answer right back. Torrey Horton having a heck of a game here. 28-13 now your score. It's a 15-point game. Commanders on the brink As here's a nice RPO pass to Terry McLaurin, who gets the Commanders in plus territory. Now to the 44, handoff Singletary. Both linebackers are there. Stuff them after a gain of 1. It's now 2nd and 9. They go again to Singletary, but Van Der Esch not fooled. Loss of 2. Now a big 3rd and 11. As Penix stakes the snap, drops back to throw, has Parsons in his face, and he's going to miss Ali because of it. 4th and 11, they'll punt, and we'll go to the end of the 3rd quarter where the Cowboys have really steamed ahead now. 28-13 your score. They got the football at about midfield. They started this quarter with a play fake across the middle. Wide open is Tyler Boyd, who gets tripped up by Fuller. Sneed's had a hard time in coverage today. Now to the 33. They'll at least go back 5 as there's a false start on right tackle Terrence Steele. They got 1st and 15. Stretch give. Here's Alonzo Hankins, the second-year man out of West Virginia, getting a carry. He picks up 7 on his first of the day. And now it's 3rd and 5. Cowboys go empty. 5 men in the pattern. Quick pass right side. Horton beats Tranquil in single coverage, and he's gone. Touchdown Cowboys. They now lead 35-13. As this one is basically all but over. Starting to turn into a blowout. We'll go a little bit quicker here in the 4th quarter. Here's the Commanders, though, with the football. 3rd and 12. A big play as it's a fumble. Leighton Van Der Esch causes the fumble. That's another turnover for the Commanders. They could have got maybe 3 there. Instead, the Cowboys take the ball the other way, and on 2nd and 10, Prescott all the time in the world. Throws right side. He's got Tony Pollard, who beats Tranquil in single coverage. 2nd time he's given up 1 today. It's now 42-13. And here's a screen for Gibson. Just the last drive basically will show. And that's a nice screen pass, but guess what? Tyron Smith is hurt. He's had a great career, but his time in Washington has just been marred by injuries. Later in the drive, the Commanders will find the end zone, though. Nice dump-off pass to Singletary. That'll be all the scoring in this one. The Cowboys win by a final score of 42-20. As we hung tough in the first half, the Cowboys just steamrolled us in the second. A lot of that, I think, has to do with, one, we threw 2 interceptions in the first half. And when you play at the Cowboys' place, one of their home field advantage things is if they get some momentum, the opposing team has bad coverage. And I think that's really vital in these games against the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. You want to come out and get the momentum early so you can get that bonus. And that's something we didn't do. We turned the football over, gave them into the Cowboys, and, well, they just didn't look back. Our guys couldn't cover. They were beating us in single coverage. And they just steamrolled to a victory. So we dropped to 2-7. We couldn't pull the trap game on the Cowboys. Smith in the locker room looks fine here, which is ironic because he's actually not fine, as we'll check on his injury in the second. And we didn't stop Prescott as well, as for the 2nd straight week he threw for 5 passing touchdowns. And that was going to hurt because that's going to bring a little bit of a decrease to our play rec next game, which is not something a 2-7 squad needs. Speaking of Smith, he's going to miss the next 5 weeks with a broken collarbone. Another long-term injury for Smith, who's a free agent at the end of this year. Thought about re-signing him, but man, those injuries, they're hard to ignore, especially for a guy who's 35 right now. Here are scores in Week 9 of the NFL. We'll start off on Thursday night where the Dolphins beat the Packers 20-14. Green Bay tried a late rally, but it just wasn't enough. Jared Goff got beat by Tua, as Archie Manning still sits on the bench. You got to wonder for how much longer will he be the backup. On Sunday, the last undefeated goes down. The Jets lose at home 38-17 to the Vikings. Bo Nix, 4 touchdown passes. Minnesota steamrolls the Jets, which means nobody is undefeated now in the National Football League. On the AFC side of things, specifically in the AFC North, this is a close game that the Bengals and the Ravens played, but it was the Ravens who came out on top 14-7. And then on Sunday Night Football, Battle Los Angeles goes to overtime where the Chargers will beat the Rams 27-21 as the Chargers look to continue to contend in that AFC conference. And then on Monday Night Football, the Eagles get beat 28-7, and man, the Devin Brown era is under a lot of scrutiny here in Philadelphia. They won a Super Bowl 2 years ago, and now they're the worst team in the league. It's funny how things change in the NFL. Here are your players of the week. Prescott got it against us with those 5 passing touchdowns. Carter got it in the defense. We saw Joey Bosa's 3 sacks in the win against the Rams. And then the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence gets it with his performance on Monday night, which wasn't overly that impressive. The next game, we will post the 1-7 Philadelphia Eagles, so a chance for us to get back on track in what has turned turned into the toilet bowl game of the season. We did beat them in week number 2, one of our 2 wins. If you remember, Dave Atkinson, the undrafted rookie out of Memphis, came in relief and led us on that game-winning drive to help us kick the field goal in overtime. But we're going to be rocking with Michael Penix Jr. at the quarterback. He's played a little bit better, but hopefully we can win this one as well, because it's been a dire season and you got to win games like this. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below. I'm still thinking, especially with College Football 25 coming out, if I'm going to do another season. So if you want to see it, let me know in the comment section below. But we'll talk more about that later. But this is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.